I'm sorry, folks. See, I went on live, thought I was doing something special, trying to honor my commitment while also coming to support a loved one. That's the reason why I'm sitting in the car. And then I got a message that no one can hear me. I was really talking my little heart out. So I had to end the live early, but now I'm doing a special video where I can address the Q&A. And the first one was, is it wrong to date a married man or woman that's been separated from their spouse for a year? And mind you, the other spouse is dating someone. They're in a relationship. So to that, I say, no, it's not wrong to me. I mean, if you and that married person decide that y'all are going to date one another, that is y'all prerogative. That is y'all business. I don't think anybody should feel bad about the decisions they make. I know there's a stigma with dating married men and women, but I'm like, listen, they're separated. And who's to say whether or not they can afford that divorce, whether or not they're ready to get that divorce, but they just know that they couldn't be together. So in the meantime, they separated and they're doing them. Do you? That is nobody's business but you and that person that you're with. So I say have at it. The second question was, is a friend disloyal if they don't tell their friend about their cheating partner? I guess it depends on if the friend wants to know. My mom always told me that good friends never tell. Essentially, if you know your friend is being cheated on, it is not your role to let them know. Maybe because you don't want to be the bearer of bad news and break their heart. But I want to know. I'm that friend that want to know. If by chance my significant other's infidelity snuck past me, because I'm going to know. I'm going to know before my partner know. I'm going to know before my friends should know. There are always signs that is going to let you know that something ain't right in your relationship. So yes, I want to know. Would I tell? It depends on the friend. It depends on their significant other. If it's the first time that they're being caught out there, I'll probably be like, hey girl, I happened to see him. He was talking to somebody. I don't know what they were talking about. It looked a little cozy. I'm just putting it on your radar. Or, hey, homie, I saw your lady out. She was in the passenger seat of somebody else's ride. They was giggling and shit. I don't know. I'll just put it on their radar. What they do with that information after that is up to them. If it's the 10th, 11th, 13th time that person is being cheated on, I'm probably not going to say shit. Listen, at this point, y'all still together. You knew the first 10, 11 times. That's on y'all. I'm going to mind my business, okay? Then it was the third one was about an article. I got sent an article that said 50% of women were surveyed and found, 1,000 women were surveyed and 50% of them admitted to having a backup partner in mind. And they wanted to know what I thought about that. And I think that's very likely. I mean, we're all humans. We all go to work. We all have personal lives that allow us to encounter other people who we may find attractive. So it doesn't mean that they're 50% of these women are involved with someone else. It just means that they just have somebody in mind should their current relationship mess up. What I didn't like was that the study also found that backup partners are usually friends to the current partner. No. Please, if you have a partner and their friend is interested in you, run. That is messy. That is being disloyal. When you're sleeping with a friend's partner or a partner's friend, don't ever do that. Don't ever mess with a family member either. It is way too many fish in the sea for you to be dealing with somebody you know. If you catch a fish that is connected to your current partner, throw that shit back. Throw it back into the pond you found it. And if you keep catching those kind of fish, I'm going to need you to stop fishing or go to a pond that's a little bit bigger, baby. Change the water. Change the water, honey. That is never okay. Okay? The fourth question, is it okay to date an ex? Why not? Shit, it might be better the second time around. I would say as long as the reasons y'all broke up the first time are still not present or prevalent in that relationship. But I would say if y'all just broke up because of time, because of distance, maybe just maturity or what have you, and years down the line, y'all get together or y'all encounter one another, I think that's totally okay. Yeah, absolutely. I say go for it. I think that's a beautiful thing if you could find love a second time around with somebody that you had dated previously. Another one is thoughts on being a second priority to someone you're with, especially if their first priorities are their goals, their ambition, their life, their future, what have you. Um, I don't believe in being a second priority. Priorities are priorities. Why do you have to choose? I say that because I literally went to school to get my master's degree. I literally started buying a house and I started planning the wedding all in the same year. 2007, started doing those three major projects in the same year. And in 2008, I was tying a knot. I was closing on my house and I had finished my master's program. Still taking care of my children, still tending to the needs of my man, still being a friend and hanging out and going to work. You can prioritize multiple things. Don't feel like you got to come second fiddle because somebody else is prioritizing school or work or children or whatever. I believe we all have the capacity to do more than one thing at a time if we want to. Another question was, could you stay with a man who cheated on you with someone you know? Depends on how I know that person. Is it somebody I know, somebody who's been to my crib? Because if you've been to my house, then we close. And if you cheated there, we got Lorena Bobbitt problems. If you don't know who Lorena Bobbitt is, Google her. But if it's somebody that I just know of, that I speak to in passing, they don't owe me shit. And if that's who they cheated with, I mean, I'm still not going to address that person. I'm going to talk to my man. Why you felt the need to cheat, first of all? And is it something I could fix? And if you cheated with that individual that I didn't know, just know of, I mean, it is what it is. Let's me and you talk first so we can get to the bottom of the cheating thing, period. Because like I said, cheating is a symptom, not the disease all the time. All right? And then the last question I got was my thoughts on child support. Child support is a sticky issue. I don't believe in child support. I believe if there's a parent who is doing for their child, they're spending time with them, they're meeting their needs financially when they can, and they're helping you out when they can, sharing the holidays, sharing the load, then why put them on child support? Why even drag them through the ringer like that? I feel like time with the child is more important than material things. Like I said, if the parent is trying their best financially, it's hard out here. We know it's hard out here. But if a parent is trying their best financially and they're doing what they can for that child, I much prefer the man to spend time with my children than to purchase them things. But if they're not spending time, they're not doing anything, you see they're blowing their money. When you call and ask for diapers or you ask them to assist with something and they are like, nah, they ain't got it, but they just went and bought some new spinners for their car, or, you know, they just went out of town or went on vacation, we're going to need to go the legal way, because I'm not going to be begging you for time and money and you ain't doing either. So guess what? I'm going to need the law to get involved and be an intermediary, so at least I know that is lightening my load financially if you ain't even trying to be there physically and emotionally for our child. So that's where I feel like finances come into play. For child support reasons. But what we have to do, ladies, is stop being bitter. This was not one of the questions, but it's something I always wanted to say. Stop kicking the men out. Stop mistreating them. Stop doing, mean things to try to ruin their life. And do not ever use that baby as a pawn. Do not use that baby as a pawn in his life. I say his because I know women tend to do it a lot more than men. Maybe because, mama's baby, daddy's maybe. We just have the children most of the time, so we have the power. But we're going to play nice in the sandbox called parenting. And we're going to give our child the benefit of having both of their parents involved, even if we can't get along with the other parent. So thank you for asking those questions. I hope I answered them to your satisfaction. I was supposed to have an interview today, but life happened and we had to reschedule it. So I thought this would be a great way to commit to my Sentimental Sunday little segment and answer some outstanding questions. So thank you as always for listening. I hope you guys have a grand day. Take care, be well, stay safe, and until next time, peace.